BBC News with Stuart McIntosh. The prosecutor of the International Criminal Court, Karim Khan, has described Ukraine as a crime scene and said the tribunal was carrying out its largest ever investigation there. Mr. Khan was speaking with Ukraine's Prosecutor General, Irina Venediktova, who said her officials had already identified more than 600 Russian war crime suspects, including politicians and military officers. Ukraine says a Russian airstrike has hit a chemical plant in the embattled city of Severodonetsk, releasing a cloud of dangerous gas. Residents have been told to stay in bomb shelters to avoid the fumes. The Ukrainians say Russian forces now control most of Severodonetsk, the main focus of their offensive in Donbass. The British Prime Minister's independent advisor on ethical standards, Lord Geidt, has suggested that Boris Johnson may have broken the ministerial code after he was fined for attending a party that broke lockdown rules. The Prime Minister said there was no intent to break the law and therefore there was no breach. Meeting in Washington, President Biden and the New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern have raised concern about a recent security agreement between China and the Solomon Islands. Canada's federal government has announced an experiment to partially decriminalise the possession of certain hard drugs in British Columbia. It means adults will be allowed to possess up to a total of 2.5 grams of opioids, cocaine, methamphetamine and other hard drugs. The scheme is due to start at the end of January. The first funerals are taking place in the traumatised Texas town of Uvalde a week after a teenage gunman killed 19 people and 2 teachers at an elementary school. There are more funerals scheduled over the next 2 weeks as the grieving town and the rest of the US grapples with the question of gun control. BBC News.